Hey everybody, it's Jim. I'm back with another weekend grabs and reviews video. Like I say, these don't always do well, but I think it's kind of fun to go back and see what I've gotten over the past month or so. I've got a stack of about 30 different items here. Going to try to go through them quick, do a few reviews, and just do a few shout outs and say, hey, this is what I got. This isn't all that I actually got over the last month or so. Some were just upgrades to Blu-ray that Drag Me to Hell. I think I just upgraded that to the Blu-ray and that kind of things I didn't put in here. But this is just basically all the things that I picked up over the last week or so, or month or so. So first we're going to start off with a couple of the Hateful Eights. I love these pieces. I got the Major and the Hangman here. I think the only one I'm missing is Sheriff Mannix, and I'll have the full set of those. Absolutely love the Hateful Eight. I think Preacher's getting ready to come out on in the Funko Pops. I can't wait to get that. Some of the DVDs that I picked up were a couple of stinkers, Zombie 4 and 5, but I had the other three, so you had to kind of get them just to have the complete set. I mean, if it's going to smell, you might as well make it smell really bad. Like I said, these are pretty bad. Battlestar Galactica, the movie. This was with Richard Hatch, the very original. The special effects in this, pretty hokey. 1978, what do you expect? But it's always fun to go back and watch these again. When you watch them, they surely don't stand up the way they did that you remember them. But it's still fun to go back and look at. And I think that the people that did some of the special effects in Star Wars actually worked on this as well. So it's a fun watch. Dead and Breakfast with a lenticular cover. This is a really fun movie. If you kind of like, I think it actually says on the back of this, ghouls and giggles for your movies. A lot of the horror comedies I kind of like. But this is really odd. It has Jeremy Sisto is the star in it, and it actually has also, what is his name? Jeffrey Dean Morgan from The Walking Dead, playing Negan. He plays the sheriff in this. And this movie has everything from guts to comedy. There's even a lot of singing in this. And I know that sounds horrible, but check it out. It's actually a pretty fun movie. The ghouls can actually think in this one, so it brings a kind of a different twist to it. And then if you watched my flea market video, you'll know that I picked up this Titus Seasons 1 and 2 for $1. I'm still freaked out over that. Such a nice pickup. I saw this actually today at the Disc Replay, and it was $35, and it was tore up. I mean, it looks like somebody's dog had just like jacked up the whole case. So this is such a clean copy for $1. I'm still loving that. Picked up a stack of 58 comics for $20, so that's 35 cents a piece. So the majority of it was things that was anywhere between, I don't know, $1 to $3. Not much value in them. These three, though, had the Spider-Man Giant Size Wedding Edition. That's a good book. I get, probably $10 for that one. Batman 361. It's the first appearance of Harvey Bullock. It's a nice Man-Bat cover there. When I first saw this, I think in the video I said it's first appearance of Man-Bat, and somebody actually commented and said, no, that's not right, and that is absolutely correct, that this is not the very first appearance of Man-Bat. So apologize for that mistake. It's the first appearance of Harvey Bullock. I just got sidetracked by the cover being so cool. And then the Tales of the Teen Titans, number 44. This is the first appearance of Nightwing. So pretty good pickup there. That's probably a $10 book. I've seen it on eBay for like $20 with no bids though, so probably a $10 book. 35-cent investment. Got no plans on selling those, but nice pickups nonetheless. Some other DVDs I got was Vampires Out for Blood with Kevin Dillon. This is an older one. It's not bad. It's okay. It's got like I said, Kevin Dillon's in it, and also oh my gosh, I totally lost his name. Lance Henriksen. He's in this, so it's a pretty good movie. Vampire movie, of course. Here's an oldie but a goodie. Macon County Line. Wow, that's a horrible glare. Max Baer, the guy that played Jethro on the Beverly Hillbillies, he plays the cop whose wife was savagely murdered by some transient guys. And these guys that are just kind of traveling through the state actually get blamed for this murder, which they didn't commit. And so Max Baer, Jethro, is chasing them, trying to get revenge for his wife's murder. Actually, a really good movie. It's an old one, but pretty good pickup. Cemetery Man I picked up at Days of the Dead a couple weekends ago. I've been looking for this for quite some time. Heard a lot of good things about it, and actually it was a really good movie. It's about a guy that works in a cemetery, and his job is to kind of make sure that when they come back to life, if they come back to life, he's supposed to make sure that they stay dead. It's kind of a secret in town. Some people know about it, and they've just hired him to make sure that they stay dead, so they don't run amok in the town and scare all the townspeople. So it's kind of a comedy horror, pretty good movie. I'd recommend checking it out. Also picked up Bride of Reanimator. This is an Arrow Films releasing. Like I've always said, the Arrow Films do such a nice job. They always give you multiple discs. You got the DVD, the Blu-ray. Always comes with a nice booklet. Tells a little bit about it. A lot of nice pictures. Always comes with a reversible cover. So it has the new art and the original art. The movie's not all that great. I mean, I don't know. If you like these kind of movies, you'll get a kick out of it just for what it is. I actually like the Reanimator movies. This one is probably my least favorite, but I had to pick it up. It actually was at Best Buy. So Best Buy's starting to carry Arrow releases. So do yourself a favor and check those out if you get a chance. Picked up Ted 2. Hilarious. If you haven't seen it, do yourself a favor. Check that out. That's very good. Caught You Slipping disc replay. Okay, so 53-year-old man, moi. I have thousands of movies. This is the very first time I put a Star Wars movie in my collection, and I went ahead and did it with the first 6 on Blu-ray. So I picked this up at Disc Replay for $15. And if you check out the price on this anywhere, I mean, it's crazy. It's like $30, $35 on up to $80. So, for $15, I figured why not? If you're a collector like me, the bad thing is, so you got the new Star Wars now that's not included in this, and that disc is going to go next to this, and it just kind of looks bad. OCD, I guess. But anyway, I'm glad to say I finally have a Star Wars collection, or Star Wars in my collection. Still haven't picked up the new one yet. I've seen it at the theaters, but I never bought it. Krampus. It's a holiday movie. If you haven't seen this, you need to check this out as well. It's pretty scary, kind of funny in parts, and it's definitely a good movie for the holidays. It's a good movie for any time, but it's a Christmas flick, of course, but it's about Krampus. So you need to add that to your collection. Pride, Prejudice, and Zombies. Yeah, Pride, Prejudice, and Zombies. I got that, added that. Gods of Egypt. For the money that it must have cost to make this, and I don't really know what it cost to make this. One of my subscribers, the Box Office Wizard, he probably knows what it cost to make this movie. By the way, check out his videos if you haven't. I'll put a link down below for that. For the money it cost to actually put this together, it sure didn't pay off. It really didn't. It was okay for what it was, I guess, but it probably didn't meet what the box office or what the price tag was to make this. It really didn't. It had a lot of big names in it, but just didn't have the payoff. Turbo Kid. I got this in the recent horror block. Like I said in that video, if you haven't seen this on Netflix, do yourself a favor and check it out. It's a throwback to the 80s kind of sci-fi where they have rollerblades and, it's an action movie, just kind of thing, except he's on a bicycle. And it's pretty bloody, but it's really good. Check that out. Ride Along 2, not as good as the first one. Still pretty good. Kevin Hart, You the Man. The Forest, creepy elements to it. Hated the ending. It was okay. It was okay for a one-time watch anyway. Might check that out. Victor Frankenstein. Once again, it was one of those that was just kind of okay. Pretty good special effects. The characters in it were pretty good, but just so-so. It was good for a couple watches anyway. No Escape, really good movie with Owen Wilson. Not one comedy word was uttered out of his mouth, I don't think. It was action from the beginning, pretty much. Really good movie. Him and his family go overseas. He works for this this company that helps the drinking water in foreign countries, and they get there and there's a government coup, and the people that are overthrowing the government are really upset that they are bringing in Americans and giving them jobs to work in their country. So Americans are on the menu, and they start killing every American they see. So Owen Wilson's trying to protect his family through this whole thing. It's very exciting, keeps you on the edge of your seat. I'd recommend this one highly. Black Mass, you know about this. It's a gangster movie. It's been out a while. I finally got the price right on it, so I went ahead and picked it up. The Funhouse Massacre, another great comedy horror movie. It's about a prison that keeps most of the notorious serial killers in it, but then in the basement they keep the other killers that the serial killers are afraid of. Well, they get out of this prison, and lo and behold, there's like a little fun house thing going on in the town that they're in, and they kind of take over the horror house and all that. And so people kind of think, wow, this is really intense for a carnival horror house, you know, and they're actually killing people, but nobody really knows it until closer to the end. But it's a really good movie, fun movie. I'd recommend this one highly. Check it out. Some VHS that I picked up. Couldn't pass this up. Creepshow 2. Love the cover. The box is in really good shape. Went ahead and grabbed that. Night Force with Linda Blair. Haven't checked this one out yet. It looks pretty cheesy, pretty hokey, but definitely a great pickup. The box is in great shape. H.P. Lovecraft to go along with the Bride of Reanimator, The Unnameable. If you watch the trailer for this, it really looks bad, but the practical effects for the monster, which you can see there, actually looks pretty good. So definitely excited to check out the whole thing in its entirety. And then last but not least, clamshell case, Beatles, Hard Day Night. It's in beautiful shape. Had to pick it up. If you've seen the movie, you probably have. You know it's a stinker too, but had to pick that up. Couldn't pass it up. But anyway, guys, that's it for the update. Hope you enjoyed some of the titles I got and some of the variety and things that I put on here. Let me know in your comments what some of your favorite grabs over the past couple weeks were that you actually got. Good deals, maybe some out-of-print stuff. I'm interested to see all that. Like I said, check out Box Office Wizard. I'll put his link below. But like I always say, guys, like, share, and subscribe. And I got to go because that's all I got for you. We'll see you next time.